Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expected, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. You don't talk about y'all. This means that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up, tribe? Happy Friday Eve, honey. We are almost there. For those of us that do a Monday through Friday week, baby, we almost there. We see it. We're on the cusp, the precipice. Don't forget to get your Black Girl vitamins, you guys. Once again, I want to thank everybody who has supported me throughout my Black Girl vitamin journey. If you ordering it for the first time, please use my discount code ReallyBTV. And you'll get 20% off of your first order. Okay? All right. Let's get ready to get into the things, honey. How we doing today? We are here for our tribe meeting. And for those of you that might be new here, baby, we are informal in the tribe meeting, okay? We are informal down to the tribe meeting. So let me first say hi to my people. Taya says, Google Kirk Andrew King summons July. I don't even know who that person is. Who is Kirk King? She said, hold on. I'll Google that in a second. I don't even know who that is. Hey, Karay, what's up, Nubian? What's up, Lock Queen, Lovely Nola, Chuck, Ravine, hey, boo. Auntie Eva, Yogi, Grown Women, Marnie, Tawanda, Brandon, Sharice, Chuck. Right, Chuck said, I'm so shocked. What's up, Mo? Hey, Quake, Sarna Cypress. I hope I said that right. Shakira. The usual suspects are here except for Cajun. I know y'all know he'll drop down in a minute. Yes, I'm ready for my Saturday brunch now. I know that's right. I had to check out from El Teddy. I'm here. What's up, everyone? Quads, man. Oh. Okay, hold on. Thank you, boo. Miss Baythang, Kimmy Boo, Alexis, Amber. All right, if I missed anybody, charge it to my head and not my heart. Y'all, we got to scroll back up. Hold on. Let's go to the Google machine. Hold on now. Kirk Andrew King. And you said summons for July the 24th. 2023. Okay. Well, it would be good if I spelled his name right. How about that? Kirk Andrew King. Okay. Let's try that back. Lord, why they put in obituaries? No, I ain't looking for no obituary. Child. Okay. You're going to have to just send it to me. I don't see what you I don't see anything. A whole bunch of stuff is coming up, but Kirk and let me just Google Kirk Andrew King. Because I put in summons July 2023, but let me just put Kirk Andrew King and see what comes up. Wait a minute. No. Hold on. Wait a minute. This might be. Hold on. Let me see if this is him. Baby, you got to send it to me. I don't see what it is you want me to see. That's not it. This is something else. This might be him. Let me see if this is him. Now they got the daggone Temu pop up on this page. I can't get back to it. This ad done popped up. Yeah, you got to send me what it is you want me to see, baby, because I don't too much. Nothing's popping up. You said a summons. You gonna have to send me what it is you want me to see. Kirk A. King, Kennesaw, Georgia, has court or arrest records. Let me see. Here it is right here. CEO Exotic and Classic Car. This is him. Let me see if this is what it is right here. What is this? Oh, that's an ad. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see it, baby. I mean, I thank you for trying to give me, but I don't want to hold up the show. Yeah. So yeah, send me what it is you want me to know. Please. Because there's a lot of Kirk Kings, and I think I found I found Quad's man, but I didn't see anything. Because I saw Exotic Car. So yes, just send it to me. Just send it to my inbox or just screenshot or something. I don't know. YouTube just sent me a notice that YouTube just crashed. Never seen that before. Ooh. There's a picture of him. I'm blocked from reading the summons. Yeah, I don't see it. So if y'all see it, just send it to me. Luxury lease. Hold on. Luxury lease versus Carlton. Luxury lease versus Carlton. Hold on. Luxury lease versus Carlton. XURY. Lord, my fat fingers. LUXU. LEASE versus CAR. You said Carlton. RLTON. Yeah, I'll look for it when I get off here. I don't want to keep holding up the live. So I'll have to play around with it because I don't see anything. So if y'all find it, y'all can just send it to me on Instagram. But I don't see it. So, but thank you for giving me the tea. I just have to, when I get off of here, I just have to, when I have time to really focus, I can just play around with it. But right now, I don't want to hold up the show. All right. Google. Yeah, I did. I Googled luxury lease versus company versus Carlton. Nothing. I don't see nothing on, but I need time where I can play around with it. I need time where I can play around with it. Comes up under Trellis Law, but the site is blocked. Tracy might be able to play around with it and find it, y'all. When y'all see Tracy, when y'all see Tracy drop down, Tracy Chappelle, remind me, and maybe she can play around with it. All right, yeah, just tell us what it is, Chad. Just tell us what it is. Looks like a breach of contract case. Oh, Chad. I thought you was gonna say you got arrested for beating somebody up or something. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll read up on it. All right. You saw a police report? Well, Powerful, what's the police report for, girl? Are you coming to DC in May? Tea was spilled on Kim Pies Live today on Brit scamming husband allegedly. I already told y'all something ain't right with the whole Brit story. Something. Like I said, I understand now why Kenya did what she did. I just don't like the decision that she made. Okay, well, I'll see you in DC because I'm going to the DC show. All right, y'all. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. And again, I can go back and look at Kempire's video. It was today's show. I'll go back and look at it and see what was it during the call-ins that somebody called in and gave some tea. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. So first of all, I was going to ask you that yesterday, Inform. You're going to be at the DC show too? Okay, well, we definitely have to say hi again, bump into each other again. Yeah, we'll all powerful be there. So the cruise, I'm not going to go through the whole thing about the cruise because, but y'all know we're going on the cruise. The dates, I will put the flyer up here again. Yeah, I know we didn't even get pictures the last time. And El Teddy dug into me about this flyer, honey. He told me I need to make the phone number bigger. Okay, so I apologize, y'all. I have to go in there and rearrange some things and make the phone number bigger. But that is the cruise information. Screenshot it. February the 9th, 2026 through the February 6th through the 9th of 2026. Leaving out of Orlando, Nassau. We're going to Nassau. Perfect day at Coco Cay. The same day of the Super Bowl is Perfect Day at Coco Cay, and then we'll be coming home. Those are the prices. And the rooms overlooking the boardwalk and Central Park are available upon request. And there's the phone number. You have to call the group sales number and give them the group ID if you want to be added to our group and be a part of our group. So there is that with the cruise. Now, I have some good news, you guys. And Shirley, you still here? I thought I saw Cheryl drop down. Shirley, you still here, boo? Good news. Well, it might be good news, bad news. Okay, Cheryl, good news for you, Cheryl. So listen, y'all. We have already booked 8 rooms. And the Treasure kids will be there. Myself, Abby, and El Teddy are all booked on this cruise. So y'all are getting the trifecta, okay? The 3 of us are booked. We are locked and loaded on this cruise. So the good news is, though, we had to add some rooms because we only reserved 10 rooms. We already up to 8, and we still have 2. Oh, I'm sorry, 9 rooms. Hey, Cruiser. Cruiser said cough, cough. Cruiser, y'all know Cruiser is the person I'm doing the cruise with. And so she says cough, cough. I'm sorry, y'all. We are up to 9 cruises. 9 rooms are booked. We have 9 rooms booked. And we had only reserved 10 rooms because I didn't think I would, 10 rooms, I thought. So Cruiser called back in today and she got them to add some more rooms. So the good news is they have added some more rooms. So y'all keep on booking, keep on calling and booking, honey. Cheryl, you can one of the excuse me. The rooms that we added are on the 6th floor. So Cheryl, I would call back in tomorrow. I don't know, they might be closed today. But I would call back in tomorrow and tell them you want to change your room because I know you originally wanted to be on the 6th floor. So the rooms that we added today are on the 6th floor. The bad news is is it $30 more, Cruiser? The rooms that we added today are they $30 more? She'll drop down and tell me if I'm right. So the good news is we added a couple of more rooms. The bad news is they're like $30 more because that's the price, $36 more because that's the price now. I told you guys we could only lock in those rooms that we originally were able to get, but the rooms on the 6th floor are $36 more. Now I know that El Teddy called in today and he got a room on the boardwalk, and like I told you guys, upon request you can get a room that is outside of what we booked. So again, if you're still interested in going, listen, they still have rooms, and we'll keep adding until the ships sell out if we have to between now and April the 4th, baby. We'll keep adding and adding and adding. But Cheryl, yeah, go ahead and call them tomorrow and go ahead and see if you can get your room flipped to the 6th floor, because I know that's where you want it to be anyway. So that's the good news. Good news, bad news. Okay, the bad news is $30 more. Sorry, I know Cruiser did her best. I know she did, because she is a negotiator. Okay, so there's that. Books and Bourbon is still going. 2 people have sent me money for the souvenir package. So thank you for those 2 people. One person is sponsoring somebody. She covered Ebby. So Ebby, you're good. Your souvenir package is covered, honey. And then someone else. And again, that money's not due till August the 1st. I did talk to the t-shirt person today. So the same person, Spiller Boy TV, will be making the t-shirts for the cruise and the t-shirts for Books and Bourbon. So when I get those designs and stuff, I'll get you guys that stuff later. How much is the deposit for the cruise? $200. The cruise, the deposit for the cruise is $200. And then you have until November the 23rd to pay the balance. So you can lock in your room today before November the 4th. Before April the 4th, you can lock your room in, and then you have until November the 23rd to pay. Booked your room for Books and Bourbon? Yes. Okay. Yes, Casey Johnson. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. I really am. I'm looking forward to all of these events. So with that being said, let's get into some things, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into the mess. Let's go ahead and get into the mess, honey. And again, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. If I don't know the answer to the question, I'll call Cruiser, okay? If I ain't got it, she got it. I can tell you that now. If I don't know, baby, she knows. And don't forget, we do have a block of rooms reserved for the Books and Bourbon tour. And we I already gave you guys the hotel that we're going to be staying at for the cruise. We're going to be staying at Hilton Place. I put it on my community wall. I'll put it on my community wall again. We didn't block off any rooms, but the rates right now are really good. So go ahead and get your room now. You just need to reserve your room. You don't have to pay today. Just reserve your room and lock that rate in. Okay. Don't wait for that rate to go up, because y'all know how hotels, 1 minute it'll be one thing and the next day it'll be $50 more. So go ahead and lock your room in. And anybody that stays at our hotel, that night before the cruise, we'll cover your transportation to the ship. We will cover your transportation to the ship, because we all leaving the hotel at the same time, going to the same place. So your transportation will be covered. Okay. All right. Okay, girl. Okay. So, and there's the flyer for the Books and Bourbon. I'm gonna put that up. So if y'all need to take a screenshot of that. And it's in Louisville, Kentucky. We'll be staying on Whiskey Row. I keep saying Bourbon Row. It's Whiskey Row. But y'all know, yes, Whiskey Row. So there it is right there. So if y'all need to take a screenshot of that, go ahead and do that. And a lot of the same people, not a lot, but I think about 4 or 5 of the same people that are going to the book fair in October are going on the cruise. So that'll be sort of almost like an informal meet and greet. You know what I mean? We'll get to know each other and all that good stuff. All right. So let's get into some things of the things. So first of all, let me get into Amon responded to Tiana Taylor. We talked about that yesterday. Amon responded and said it wasn't him. He said it wasn't him. Now, I did find another clip of Tiana Taylor's live where she kind of went into a little more detail about who got what. And what she said was that when she said Amon owned property before they got married, she owned the property before they got married. And she said that as a couple, they acquired 4 properties. He took 2, she took 2. So the reports of her getting 4 pieces of property was not true. She said she took 2, he took 2. As far as the luxury vehicle, she said she purchased all of those vehicles with her own money. So she really walked away with what she paid for. She said the tour bus was her tour bus. The Sprinter was her Sprinter. The Maybach, her Maybach, right? She said that the Maybach was a replacement for the Rolls Royce that he totaled, okay? Um, she said, but he said it wasn't him. I mean, he said it wasn't him. Now Tiana said ain't but two people had that information, him and her. And she said it wasn't me. So I mean, y'all can do with that what y'all want. Right, little baby. And you did tell me that. You did tell me that, little baby said that's what Tiana mama said. You did tell me that, girl. I'm gonna give you your credit. You told me. Good news, bad news. And the only reason why I say good news, bad news is you never know what's going on behind closed doors. But I always hate to see a marriage end. But Quinta Brunson, it was announced that she has filed for divorce from her husband of almost 4 years. And that's why I say good. I said, good news, bad news, because again, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Maybe she was miserable, maybe life was miserable. I don't know. But she has filed for divorce, stating irreconcilable differences. Now, y'all know that irreconcilable differences is the catch-all when it comes to divorce, right? That's just the catch-all. And I can respect it. Everybody don't have to get in all y'all business. I can respect it. And she filed in LA. And they said that there is a post-nup. So they didn't have a prenup, but they did have a post-nup. And she is only asking the court to enforce the post-nup. She ain't asking for nothing more, nothing less. They don't have any kids together, I don't believe. So it's really just, just listen. Whatever that post-nup say, gonna do it. So, yeah. Janae said that's about the same amount of time my marriage lasted. Understandable. Child, I'm sorry for the things. I'm sorry. Now, they say that Quinta Brunson from Abbott Elementary. You don't watch Abbott Elementary, Auntie Eva? Oh, girl, even before Abbott Elementary, she was like an Issa Rae. She went viral on social media. She was really big on social media. You've never seen the skit? Oh, he got money. You've probably heard that. That's where it comes from. It comes from her. You said you good getting married again this year. Well, congratulations. What up, Don Don? Oh, well, if you haven't watched you got to get over to Abbott Elementary. It's such a good show. But yeah, she's the writer, producer, star of Abbott Elementary. So, yeah. Baby, they said that Eric Adams is having trouble up there in the New York. We're powerful at. Baby, they said Eric Adams is having troubles up in New York. They said that his fundraising has dried up. Y'all know that Andrew Cuomo said he is running for mayor of New York. And y'all know that Eric Adams was having this tussle with the federal government as it relates to his indictment. Then they didn't want to with the indictment. Then the indictment did not indict. Child, but they said that people ain't giving him no money. So he has an uphill battle of getting elected. Right. I see y'all are real upset in the chat. Just Simply said good. Hibiscus Rose said, oh, po baby. Ooh, Just Simply said, I can't stand that man. I can't stand that man. Auntie Eva said he should have trouble. Wouldn't wish him anything better. Lord. Child. Well, I just thought I'd bring y'all that. Now listen, I don't know. I think I need to put this under things we did not ask for. Because maybe y'all asked for this. Tracy, the people got a lawsuit they want you to look up. Quad's man. They said Quad's man got a court case down to the Atlanta from 2023. What y'all say that man name? Put the information in the chat again for Tracy. Hey boo. They was looking for you, Tracy. They was looking for you. Not Eric can suck a Bronx. I'm not. Wow. Okay, Tracy. Moving right along. Moving right along. All right. You made me forget. Oh, I said we're going to put this under, I don't know. I think we maybe need to put this under shit we did not ask for. Now, if you are new here, we have a segment down here to the tribe called shit we did not ask for. Now, usually it's a food, it's a something, whatever. But you are going to tell me if it's something you asked for or not. Okay, you're going to tell me if this is something that you asked for or not. Hold on, what's this? Now, I saw this today, and I must admit, I had a little feeling about it. Okay. Now, if you're a member, you have your emojis. Okay. If you're not a member, you can still play. Put a 1 in the chat if it's something you asked for. Put a 2 in the chat if it's something you did not ask for. And put a 3 in the chat if it's a hell no. Okay. Klarna, y'all know Klarna, Klarna. It's sort of like Afterpay or Affirm. It's in the same, it's the same type of service where you can buy now and then they break it up over a certain number of payments to pay it off. Y'all know Klarna? I've used Klarna. I'm going to be honest and tell you, I've used it before. Okay, I used it around Christmas one time, bought some stuff, and I paid it off at the end of January, but I did use it. Okay, so they said that Klarna has partnered with DoorDash to offer buy now, pay later options. Now, I'm going to be honest. I know that there are times when we just trying to get the payday. I even understand buying it. Somebody said you can use it for groceries. I even understand it for groceries. I get it. But I don't know if I want to be using Klarna to get a Big Mac and some fries. That just seemed a bit egregious to me because you already paying a fee and a tax and a delivery charge on the DoorDash. Then you gonna add the interest to the, and I ain't, listen, and let me be clear, I'm not judging nobody that might, it might be Wednesday, payday is Thursday, and all you got in your refrigerator is some leftover lo mein. It might be that kind of a week because, listen, shit happens. And I have been there and done that, okay? I have been there where I am counting the change, okay? Say, listen, it is Thursday and payday is tomorrow, but I need some gas to get to work, okay? Been there and done that. I ain't about to sit here and pretend like I ain't never had a rough kind of week. But y'all already know that that's not what these people gonna do. See, there you go right there, Bab. So now people gonna be putting their crab balls down to the Klarna. Right, a payment plan on some Chipotle. See what I'm saying? Y'all, I see groceries because I can see groceries. I absolutely can see groceries. And again, I ain't about to sit here and judge nobody. If that's how you want to spend your money, far be it for me to tell somebody how to spend their money, okay? And I know that times is hard. We got a lot of people losing their jobs right now, and I'm not even saying that with no kind of joke. I'm dead ass. We got a lot of people losing jobs right now, and people are struggling. I get it. But DoorDash, though, that just seemed a lot. Put my eggs on Afterpay. Now, like I said, groceries, I definitely understand the grocery. Because again, sometimes you're just trying to get there. You're just trying to get there. So, but y'all know that's what the people gonna do. Y'all know they're gonna be going down to the Outback, getting them some steak. Y'all know they're gonna be. Matter of fact, they might be doing the expensive restaurants. See, what you're gonna do now is you're gonna go down to the DoorDash and you're gonna order food from them restaurants that you wouldn't spend money on before, because now you can spend $150 and just pay $25 a week for the next 6 months on that Kobe steak. See, that's what y'all getting ready to do. That is what y'all are getting ready to do. Y'all are gonna go down to Nobu and order y'all some sushi. knowing good and damn well that if you had to pay out your pocket. I don't know, Xavier. I don't know if I'm sure there's a minimum spending requirement. Listen, DoorDash and Outback ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about DoorDash and Outback on Klarna. Because I've DoorDash Outback before. I sure have. But I'm talking about on Klarna. Get all the sushi, okay? Auntie Eva said maybe for some Kobe steak. Maybe for some Kobe steak. Let me find kitchen and cocktails on DoorDash. I'm sure use it. Child, they said that is overrated. Don't you spend no money on that damn kitchen and cocktails. I have not heard not one good thing about kitchen and cocktails. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Lord, I'm having a female problem. Hold on. I got to adjust something. The women, y'all get it. What is going on right here? Got a situation. Let me get myself together. You loved it? Okay. Well, Tree says she loved kitchen and cocktails. It's not hard to reach $100 on Klarna from a restaurant when ordering for a family. You're right. Now, when you talk about a family, you're right. It's not. It's definitely not. Not only you can't. Trees, you can't be giving a review on a restaurant and all you had was an appetizer. Now, see, you can't do that. You're going to have them people running down there to the kitchen and cocktail because they said, Tree said it was good. And all you ordered was some chicken wings or some crab cake, egg rolls or something, or some calamari. You can't send them people down there and all you have is an appetizer. And they're going to go down there and they're going to order them the chicken and waffles and they're going to cuss your ass out. See what I'm saying? See, Trish, you set yourself up for that. So if y'all go down there to the kitchen and cocktails and it's nasty, don't come back to me. Y'all go over there to Shade in the City. Yeah, I'm putting you up on the screen too. Y'all go over there to Shade in the City and y'all talk to Trish. Y'all tell Trish. Go over to Shade in the City. Talking about something, it was good, but all I had was an appetizer. Girl. Right. Time out for Shade. Put Shade in the City and time out. Did you buy your ticket? You didn't respond to my text. Are you gonna get your ticket? I think Shade in the City is gonna come with me to the Maddie and Craig show in May. I had the lamb chops. They were tough. I had the devil eggs and they were running. See, that's what I'm talking about. I have not heard not one thing. The more people pay, the more critical they are. And one thing I've heard is that kitchen and cocktails is expensive for no reason. It is just ridiculous for no damn reason. That's number one. The first thing is I heard that kitchen. So the more you charge people for stupid shit, the more critical they are. Lady of Virtue, I've used Klarna. I ain't judging because I've used Klarna. I've used Afterpay. I've used the firm. I ain't about to sit here and tell y'all I haven't. I just ain't never used it on McDonald's. That's all I'm saying. If I go on a trip, please don't leave me on the beach with a stranger. Let me tell you something. We're not doing none of that. We're not doing none of that. Sure. I've used it on, I have too, Cheryl. I've used it on flights. I've used Affirm. Let me tell y'all, when I was booking the house for Turks and Caicos, I paid the deposit for the house to hold the room. I paid the deposit with Affirm. And then as people were sending me their money, to pay for the house, you know, I paid off the rental for the house and paid off the deposit. I sure did. Now I paid the deposit off, you know. Here's the thing about Affirm, Afterpay, and even Klarna. The interest kicks in if you you know, if you pay it before a certain point, you're not paying any interest. So if you just need it for a minute, then like I said, I've done it. I sure have done it. Uplift. I've never used Uplift, but I've used it for I mean, not cruising. I've used it for flights. And like I said, one year for Christmas, I used it to buy a couple of things, and then I just paid it off in January. What's up, cuz? Yeah, I mean, I ain't about to sit here and pretend like I've never used it. I'm just saying I don't know about using it to go down to the curry out, to the Panda Express, to the Chipotle. That's all I'm talking about. Because my thing is you're going to pay fees on the food, and then you're going to pay it. Child, listen. There's some things that if you ain't got the money today, you just going to, you can wait. You can wait. Now, groceries, like I said, sometimes I get it with groceries. Money funny, things is tight. You need to get from A to B. You got to get there. I get that. But sometimes you just got to wait. I'm just telling you. Anyway, moving right along. You sent a message in the group chat. Oh, okay. Hold on. Hey, what's up, JB? Hold on. Let me check it. Y'all know I'm bad with the group chats, right? In case you don't know, just know I'm bad with group chats. Just know. Anybody that's in a group chat with me, know I'm just not good with group chats. I'm just not. Because I might read it at the beginning of the day and I don't go back into it. Especially on Instagram group chats. Hold on. When you going live, JB? Because I haven't watched. Yes, I have. I finished watching yesterday's episode. When are you going live to do? What's up, Nay? Hey, boo. I was so happy to see Tyrone this morning. I woke up. My nephew was home, y'all. He's been in Poland for almost a year, deployed in the military. He came home yesterday, and I woke up this morning to pictures of him reunited with his kids. It was so beautiful. Saturday, 2:00 my time. I might be able to make that. I have a I have a hair appointment and then I have a meeting, but I should be home by 2. So yeah, that'll work. I should be. And you know what? If you don't mind, JB, we could just do a simultaneous. I'll put it on my channel and your channel at the same time if you don't mind doing it that way. And that way I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, if you don't mind. So I could do my Beyond the Gates at the same time. Yeah, so definitely. Nate said we got 100 likes missing. She said we only got Y'all know Nate don't play. All right, so there's that. Okay, let's get into it. Excuse me, Mr. Elon, Mr. Elon, baby, you in danger. In the words of Whoopi Goldberg, you are in danger. All right, JB, I'm gonna hit you up on it. We'll set it up. First of all, yesterday, you know, I didn't come down here and talk about the Elon of the Musk. First of all, they say that your board is asking for you to step down. They're really asking for you to step down from Tesla. That's number one. Number two, they said that your board members and your own family have sold off their Tesla stock. See, when the board of the company sells off their stock, you know you're in trouble. You know you're in trouble. They said the board is selling their stock. They said his brother sold his Tesla stock a month ago. How sway? Your brother sold his Tesla stock a month ago? And then this morning, baby, they have stopped the sale of all of the Cybertrucks because there's a defect where the back paneling is flying off while people are driving them. And they're being recalled. Now, I already told y'all that he leveraged his Tesla stock to buy Twitter. And if the Tesla stock drops below, I believe it was $109 a share, he defaults on those loans. Now, the Tesla stock has already dropped in half. It was over $400 a share in December. It is now 200. What did we say the other day? $230 a share. So there's that. I know y'all heard today that Donald Trump has signed an executive order to dismantle the Department of Education. I'm going to be honest with you guys. El Teddy and I already kind of told you what he could and could not do. But again, he's not following the law. So what I can tell you what the law says. I can tell you what he has a right to do and doesn't have the right to do under the Constitution. But since he has clearly decided he doesn't give a damn about the law, I just don't know. But here's what I do believe. I do believe that in the long run, he will not be successful. Everybody gonna sue and they're gonna win because the Constitution is clear. In order for him to eliminate the Department of Education, that has to go through Congress. So here's what's funny. He could not find another agency to take over the portfolio of student loans. Nobody wants it because student loans they're a loser. So no other agency wanted to take that portfolio. So student loans will stay with the Department of Education, even though they're literally gutting the Department of Education and there ain't gonna be nobody even working there hardly. But they're keeping the portfolio there. The problem, though, just like with everything else, they're closing and they realize, oh, wait a minute, these people actually did do something. These people actually did work. Wait a minute, this agency did actually serve a purpose. I think he feels like the only thing the Department of Education did was send money to the states, and that's not what it was. So we'll see. I told you guys that my job is directly affected by this, not because I'm a teacher, but because I'm the Title I person at my job, and my salary is paid out of our Title I budget. So we don't get Title I, then my principal is going to have to make some hard decisions because it's about 5 people that get paid out of our Title I budget, and I'm one of them. So I mean, this is going to trickle down to the grassroots level at the schools. Special education, Head Start, all of those things. So anybody that has a child with special needs that voted for Donald Trump, there you go. And again, here's the thing. He told you he was going to do it. This isn't a secret. He said, I'm going to get rid of the Department of Education. And I think because he didn't do it the first time, people didn't believe him because he did it the first time and he didn't do it. But yeah. And understand this, that the states, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but the states that overwhelmingly voted for Donald Trump, the red states, they're at the bottom level of education. Like, they're ranked at the bottom. So Universal Goddess said, we had a mass layoff at my job today. My job is safe, but it's going around. Lost some good people. I'm sorry to hear that. My niece needs an IEP and she's doing well with it. Yeah. And the thing is, The problem is going to be if if it goes back to the states, then the state will decide what they will and won't do. The state might decide they don't want to that they don't want to follow her IEP anymore, or the state might decide to change the IEP to a point where it is no longer useful to her and it's no longer effective and it's not helping her be successful. I have comments about Chuck's vote explanation. Okay, tell us what you think. My son had an IEP. Yeah. So El Teddy and I have talked about it the last couple of weeks on the Teacher Project 2.0. And we talked about doing like an emergency show, but I was like, I don't know what else to say that we haven't said. I think we need to wait a few days and see what comes out and what's going to, I think we kind of need to wait and see what's being said and what's going to come out. Right now, I don't have anything new to add. If you've been following us with the Teacher Project 2.0, we told you guys this months ago. We told you, I think back in January, we did a whole show on what that would look like. A whole show on what that would affect and what that would look like. What's up, Diva Law? Hey, boo. So yeah. Thank you, little baby. Thank you, boo, for dropping the we are last I checked, we were 93 subscribers away from 1,000 over there with the Teacher Project 2.0. So it's 276 of y'all in the room. If you are not subscribed to the Teacher Project, y'all get on over there and subscribe. We might be able to do it in today's live. If 93 of y'all ain't subscribed, y'all go on over there and get subscribed. How about that? Jeff Landry will stop educating Black kids, but they are too important to feeding the college athletic machine. Thank you, Malicia. Thank you. She said, I just subscribed. Thank you, boo. All right, well, there's that, honey. Busby has withdrawn from all of the cases down to, thank you for the people that just subscribed. Thank you, CJ. Thank you. Busby has withdrawn from all of them Diddy cases he filed down to the Southern District of New York. He has admitted that he can't get admitted to the bar in New York, and so he has withdrawn from those cases. I don't know what that means for those cases. I guess for right now, they're in danger of just being dropped altogether. And a lot of those are the majority of the cases against Diddy. The majority of those civil cases against Diddy came through Busby. So Diddy might have gotten an early Christmas gift with that a lot of these civil cases may be going away. But yeah, Busby has withdrawn. I think it was 13 cases altogether he had to withdraw from. So, the cases still have lawyers, so they'll be going through. Okay, well, they won't be Busby then. Oh, thank you, Hibiscus Rose. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you. Mwah. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I think a lot of those cases are going to end up getting thrown out. I mean, we've read through some of those cases. It doesn't take away from what we think Diddy is or isn't guilty of, but Yeah, I heard he's completely gray. Yeah, I heard the same thing. I heard he's completely gray. So we'll be interested to see for those people that make it into court when he goes. Remember, there are no cameras in court. So that picture that's circulating of Diddy with gray hair, that's AI. That's not a real picture. There are no cameras in federal court. The best you're going to get is one of those court artists that'll draw the picture, but there are no pictures in federal court. So if you've seen those pictures of Diddy with gray hair, those are like AI generated. If this is what he would look like, I mean, they're probably not too far off, but that's what those are. But we may get some court artist renderings when the trial starts in May. So we'll see, honey. We'll see. He's been great. Yeah. Oh yeah. He's been using the Beijing. Yeah. He's been using the Beijing. I mean, we seen him with gray hair during the pandemic when he did that dance marathon. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Child, that was so long ago. I forgot all about that. Sorry, y'all. Something hit my mind and I had to do it while I was thinking about it, or I would have forgot to do it. Okay. Folks forgot he had a gray patch in his head when he was younger. Yeah, because he'd been covering it up for so long. Patty Jackson said there was an audible gasp when he walked in. I bet so. Listen, when you don't have a personal chef cooking for you anymore, and you can't get your hair cut every week, and your nails, your mani pedi and your facials and all the other things that he, used to do for personal grooming, and now you on a prison diet. Y'all saw what happened to Young Thug when he was in jail. You saw that weight he picked up, how fat his face got. Listen, am I going to watch The Residence? What's The Residence? I don't even know what that is. Tell me what it is. Now I'm going to tell you what I have been watching. I have been watching this Karen Reed situation. Y'all, it's so much. I haven't been following this case, but now it's making me want to go back and go back. Baby, we're going to talk about it. I think I'm going to have to do like 2 episodes at a time because it's so much. Like the first episode was sort of slow. Like, it really wasn't a lot. But then the second episode, it was so much. I was like, wait. So I'm going to have to go back and watch it again and take more notes. Because I was taking notes, but I wasn't taking real good notes. I'm going to go back and take some real good notes. But we're going to talk about it at some point this weekend. We're going to talk about it. The Residence is a White House mystery series based in... Oh, yeah. I'm going to watch it. I don't know if I'm going to review it, y'all. But I am going to watch it. Is it on Netflix? Because that's the one with... Is that the one with Viola Davis? Because the other... One was with Viola Davis when she was playing the president. And the other one was with Angela Bassett. Is that Angela Bassett or Viola Davis? That's Angela Bassett, isn't it? Oh, Uzu Aduba? Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to get to the Karen Reed. I see y'all asking me. Oh, I thought it was Angela. Okay, I'm going to watch it, though. I'm going to watch it. It's on Max. Okay. Okay, I'm going to watch it. Okay, so Karen Reed is this lady up in Boston whose boyfriend died. Well, he was killed during a snowstorm. And they was trying to say he was hit by the car and that she did it. But she had her first trial already. And this is a docu series on the ID channel. It's called Died in the Snow, the Karen Reed story. If you put in Karen Reed, it'll probably pop right up. But I think it was called Lost in the Snow or Died in the Snow or something like that, the Karen Reed story. Body in the Snow. It's called Body in the Snow, the Karen Reed story. Now, let me tell y'all something. When I first started watching the episode, I was half paying attention because I'm going to be honest with y'all. That woman is unlikable from the beginning. Like, I did not like her. But by the end of the first episode, I had to ask myself, okay, you don't like her, but does that mean she's guilty? Because I don't like her. She is not likable at all. She's just not likable. And she comes off very flippant to me. But as I started, so by the end of the first episode, I was like, But then as I started watching the second episode and they started actually talking about what the inconsistencies were and what happened, what didn't happen, what was said, what wasn't said, I said, oh, whoa, wait a minute. Now I got to rewind this tape. So I need to go back and watch episode 2 again. And what I'll probably do is do episode 1 and 2 together. And then I'll probably do episode 3 and 4, depending on how much information. It is a true story. It's a docuseries. So it's her attorneys. They show footage because the first trial was a mistrial. She's getting ready to go on trial again. They get ready to try her again. The first trial ended in a mistrial. So it's not based on a true story. This is the real deal. This is her and her attorneys, the witnesses, the members, the victim's family. Like this is the real deal. But she's very, to me, she's very unlikable. She's sick. She has a chronic illness. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I remember Emily Baker was streaming the trial, but because I wasn't following the story, I didn't watch any of it because I didn't follow the story. So I just, but then when I saw that they were doing this docuseries, I was like, well, wait a minute, I can go back and get all the information. And then we just found out that the cop, one of the investigators on the trial, was just fired. Baby, it's a mess. And the more you watch, the more you like, wait a minute. So I don't know. We're going to talk about it, though. We're going to talk about it. So anyway, right, the trial did go on forever. And so now the retrial is starting, and Emily was streaming some of it today. They're doing the pre-trial motions and stuff like that. All right. Well, in surprise news, Teresa Giudice's husband, Louis Ruelas, reportedly owes $2.5 million with the M. Million with the M in back taxes. Now, let me read y'all, honey. Let me read y'all. Teresa Giudice's husband, Louis Ruelas, hit with a $2.5 million tax lien. In season 14 of Real Housewives of New Jersey, we heard rumblings about Louis, experiencing some financial issues. And then it all started spilling out into the courts and thus into the headlines. The company he supposedly co-founded went bankrupt. He got sued for $300,000 thanks to another questionable business venture. Now he just got hit with a $1 million tax lien, with a multi-million-dollar tax lien. We have confirmed through the New Jersey judiciary that as of March the 6th of 2025, Louis owes over $2.5 million in state taxes. That's what he owed to the state. Can you imagine what he owed federal? Because if you owe the state, you owe federal. I mean, I ain't never owed the state and didn't owe federal. Have y'all? I mean, I'm sure it happens, but if you owe $2.5 million to the state, you owe the federal government something. It says that is more than his projected net worth. To put this further into perspective, Teresa previously owed $1,096. $1 million, $1 million, child. In New Jersey taxes, she paid off a big chunk, but she still owed over $600,000 as of October of 2023. I think she's paid most of that down. The news of this tax debt comes nearly a year after we learned that Louis took out a $1 million loan against him and Teresa's mansion. Those court documents list him as the sole member of the LLC purchasing the home. Now, we told you that already. We already talked about that. Meanwhile, Teresa is doing appearances on podcasts that you've never even heard of, talking about how she definitely wants to be a part of the Real Housewives for season 15. With money problems like this in the household, they're going to need more than a housewives paycheck. Child. $2.5. Y'all, that's a lot. Bitch. I guess in the words of Karen Huger, to owe millions, you had to make millions. I guess, child. $2.5 million. Now, I told y'all, for those of y'all who have been following my Real Housewives of New Jersey reviews, I told y'all 3 years ago, I said, the same way I told y'all Ashley from the Real Housewives of Potomac, the same way I told y'all her story arc over 3 seasons, and I was right. I told y'all Teresa's story arc over 3 seasons, and I was almost right. If they hadn't put this pause on the show, I probably would have been right. I said, we're going to have the season of Teresa dating Louis, the season of Teresa marrying Louis, the season after they got married where they're in love and everything is great, and then the season of it falling apart. And what I told y'all was, because remember, it was in the trailer for last season where there was a fight with Teresa, Louis, and Gia were out there talking, and Marge was on the phone talking about something. He spent all of his money. He spent all of her money. They took all of that out of last season. It was in the trailer. It was in the trailer, but they took it out. But I told y'all that. And then I said, and that is when Teresa is going to make up with her brother. I told y'all that's how Teresa is going to make up with her brother. When she realizes that Louis is the asshole that everybody was telling her he was, and the crook and the scammer, that's when she's going to make up with her brother. I told y'all that. Now, she ain't going to never make up with Melissa. Let's be clear. Because that shit with her and Melissa run deep. Like, they just didn't. That ain't never going to happen. Because Teresa doesn't like Melissa for things that don't have nothing to do with Melissa. Like, you don't like Melissa because when Melissa came around, basically your brother was probably your punk. And when Melissa came around, he had better things to spend his time, energy, and attention on other than you. And you couldn't handle that. And y'all know I went back to the beginning and I watched the first 3 seasons. I didn't get further than the 3rd season because that's when Teresa started getting on my nerves. But I got through the first 3 seasons. But when I saw even in Teresa's confessionals back then and her reason for hating Melissa, child, it changed from episode to episode why she didn't like Melissa. But it boiled down to your brother was single and he probably spent all of his time taking care of the family and all of that other stuff. And when he met Melissa and he fell in love, and that's where his attention went. And he was no longer there at y'all beck and call. He was no longer y'all little brother that y'all could tell what to do, when to do, and how to do it. Tracy, don't do me. Don't do that. Don't do that, Tracy. Marge tried to warn. Listen, and Marge allegedly isn't coming back. Allegedly, Marge hasn't gotten a contract to come back. They need to bring. Let me tell y'all something. If this shit go down with Louis, they need to bring Marge back. If it go down with Louis, they need to bring Marge back. I'm sorry, because Marge, y'all villainized her. People called that woman a liar when she said that man was calling her son and threatening her son. And when the other people said that he was, going around town and that that he was calling them and threatening them, everybody tried to make them out. Not everybody, but the people tried to make them out to be liars, and they were exaggerating, and that wasn't true or whatever. They need to bring all of them back because they vindicated now. But that's just my opinion. I'm being serious. She might need positive vibes. Tracy, I'm not fooling with you. Teresa, her family wanted him to stay single. She spoke on how she ruined Joe's engagement to another woman. Right. I'm going to tell you, I liked Teresa until she chased that lady through. I'm going to tell you when I stopped liking Teresa. When she chased that lady through the brownstone. Right. I remember the lady name. Y'all know what's the lady name she chased through the brownstone and pulled and Jackie's daughter pulled her hair. What was her name? Child, Carolyn Manzo is suing Bravo. She ain't coming back. Now they might settle and she might, but I don't think Carolyn's interested in coming back. I really don't. Danielle, when she chased Danielle through the brownstone and then she turned Danielle into the victim. Now, let me be clear. Danielle was crazy as bedbug. Okay. Danielle was crazy as hell. However, you bothered that woman. You started that fight with that woman because that woman was walking through the lobby and you said something to her. And when she didn't respond the way you wanted her to respond, now all of a sudden, then you cussed her out and you chased that woman through the damn brownstone. You did that. And then for the rest of the season, she turned it into Danielle did something to her. Now, I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be honest. Danielle was crazy as hell. But 2 things can be true at the same time. Danielle could be crazy as hell, But she wasn't wrong that night. Now, but that's when I started looking at Teresa, because I was like, come on now, Teresa, you started that, you chased that woman, and now you turning yourself into the victim. The rest of the season, she was the victim. There you go. She was crazy, and Teresa was bullying her. Right. Two things can be true at the same time. And then the whole thing with Melissa. Because I was like, now don't get me wrong, I think Melissa was extra and over the top. And I do understand that they brought Joe and Melissa on the show against your wishes. Because I don't believe you didn't have a clue, but I do believe you told them you didn't want to do it, that you didn't want them on the show. Now I can't stand the Gorgas. Let me tell you something. I do like the Gorgas, but I do think they do too much. But again, I feel like they've been doing too much. If you go back to the beginning, I'm like, oh, they've been like this since they got on the show. Remember when they were in, what were they in Mexico? Where were they? When Joey was in the shower naked and he came out the shower and they were literally filming. And Teresa was like, Joe, what are you doing? And he was like, I was like, y'all are always doing too much. Then Teresa got Danielle to pull Marge's hair. Now that's the season before I started watching. So I remember when Danielle came back, but I don't remember. I didn't watch that season. I watched the season after that because I remember. I know they've talked about it, but I didn't watch that season. All right, so I just thought I'd bring y'all that because again, surprise, surprise. Not now. See, look at JB, a naked Joe. Well, go back to a couple of seasons, child. He was naked a couple of times. Joe don't care. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I've come to the conclusion that this really is just who Joe is. Like he is the perpetual frat boy. Like he just is that guy. Like I believe it. I believe he's just a frat boy. Do I think he does too much sometimes? Yes. Yes. Oh, look at y'all in the chat. Chuck talking about some naked Gorga is never too much. Lord. I didn't like Teresa until Joe and Melissa came on. I mean, they and the cousins made it a point to talk badly about her with the Loritas and Manzos on TV. I didn't like that. I don't watch Potomac, but I shake my head every time they show that clip of the Karen lady on Beyond the Gate. She looked sauced on it. She did. Yeah, Joe is actually. Yeah, he is. But he always has been. All right. We got two more stories to get into before we get out of here. So Porsha did a live. Since we in Bravo, let's go on over to the Atlanta. Porsha did a live where she told y'all what I already told you. See, one day y'all gonna listen to me. One day y'all are gonna listen to me. I told y'all. When they announced that Shamea got a peach and she was going to be full-time on the show and that Porsha was coming back, I told y'all then, Porsha and Shamea going to fall out. Didn't I tell y'all that? Y'all, it was just a cameo. When Karen was on Beyond the Gates, y'all, it was just a cameo. It was never meant to be anything more. She said one line at the end of the first episode, welcome to Hillcrest Heights. I mean, y'all, people really made a bigger deal out of it than it was. It was literally just like any other celebrity would make a cameo. The show Beyond the Gates is set in a gated community in Maryland. Karen was from the Real Housewives of Potomac. She probably knew the producer or knew somebody, and they asked her to do a cameo. It is literally, people were really making it like, Karen's on Beyond the Gates. Child, she just sat at the bar and said one line. Literally, when I say at the end of the episode, I mean literally, it was if you had blinked, you would have missed it. It was literally the last 20 seconds of the episode. Like, now you saw her. She was sitting at the bar. You saw her at the bar throughout the episode. No, not episode, but throughout that scene. But yeah, honestly, y'all, it wasn't that deep. It really wasn't that deep. Huger. Oh Lord, Chapel Hill done gave you the inmate number, Tracy. Lord have mercy. Child, they done got the woman's thank you, Chapel Hill. Chapel Hill done gave you if you want the inmate number, child, Chapel Hill to get you all the information if you want to write current or letter. It's crazy. I wouldn't want my friend on the show with me, but to mess up our friendship over it, no. Karen did look drunk, and she did, y'all. She looked bad. So let me say this. Not only did I predict that they were going to fall out, I had already told y'all that it happened. I told y'all that my eye in the sky had already gave me that information months ago. The same eye in the sky that told y'all that y'all didn't want to believe me, that Kenya had got fired, that some of y'all still don't believe me when I told y'all that Kenya got fired. Y'all still be trying to argue with me about it. I told y'all then that Shamea and Porsha fell out. Did I not tell y'all that? Didn't I tell y'all that Porsha was 3 hours late to Shamea's party? I told y'all that before months ago. I told y'all that months ago, that Porsha was 3 hours late to Shamea's birthday party. Did I not tell y'all that? Did we not see that play out on camera? I told y'all that Porsha and Shamea fell out while they were filming. Now call ReallyBTV now for your free read. People just be giving me the tea. I'm just not Lizzie. I just don't have 200,000 subscribers, so people don't get the tea. But y'all get it. The 200 of y'all that be in my chat, y'all get the tea now, you know. I also told y'all that Porsha didn't want to film with Shamea. Didn't I tell y'all that Porsha didn't want to film with Shamea? So Porsha went live. Porsha went live on Instagram yesterday, and she was promoting. She's in that new Lifetime movie. What is it? Single Black Female 3 or something. She playing a cop, child. Or report. What's she playing? A cop, a lawyer, something, child. She playing something. And she said, I'll answer whatever questions you have because I'll be doing press for the movie. I'm not going to be doing a lot of Housewives, but if you have a question. So somebody asked her about why didn't she share Shamea's song? And she said, Shamea didn't send me the song to share. Y'all do know how easy it is to share something on Instagram, right? Like, I share stuff on Instagram all the time that people retweet or reshare, or I see people share stuff that I reshare all the time. And they didn't have to send it to me personally and ask me to do it. I see it. I think people need to hear it or see it or think it's interesting, and I share it. If my friend had dropped a song, what was the hard part about hitting the share button? But she was like, well, she didn't send it to me. I mean, you know, she didn't send it to me. That's how you already knew she was in her feelings. So then somebody asked about Shamea, and somebody said, well, Candy said you and Shamea don't mess with each other anymore. Now, what Candy said, that y'all know Candy ain't going to hold her tongue. And if she didn't hold her tongue before, she damn sure ain't going to hold her tongue now. Candy said, look, Shamea and Porsha ain't really fucking with each other right now. Now, that's what she said, right? And Porsha was like, oh my gosh, I know Candy didn't say that. Candy didn't say that. But no, me and Shamea, you know, we're not as close as we used to be. You know, we're not, and then she went on to say that she was disappointed in Shamea because she, you know, when you expect a certain level of loyalty from people and they don't give you the loyalty you were expecting. Girl. I'll keep telling y'all, and I'm gonna keep saying it because this is what I truly believe. Porsha really thought, because let's not forget the timeline. When it was announced that Porsha Williams was coming back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all remember the promo? Porsha Williams? No. Porsha go body ya. Which means that when she agreed to come back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, she was still happily married, and she thought she was going to come back on this show and stunt on these hoes because she thought she was going to bring this lavish lifestyle that she had, you know, acquired from her, you know, African king and jet setting all over the world and flying private jets and living in this mansion and driving this Rolls Royce. Like, she thought that's the Porsha that was coming back to the show. She know the Porsha that was coming back to the show was a divorced Porsha whose husband had lied to everybody about his immigration status, okay? And somebody in my comments brought up a good point the other day. They said Porsha knew that man immigration status because before you get married, don't you have to fill out paperwork about that? Like, isn't that when somebody isn't a U.S. citizen, don't you have to put all that information down? So if he didn't have a valid green card, wouldn't he have had to fill that shit out? Somebody put that in my comments, and I said, you know, that's a good point. I never thought about that. I mean, I guess he could have lied, you know, when he filled out his paperwork for I guess he could have lied, but I thought that was a good point. Porsha got, you know what? That's a perfect statement, Auntie Eva. Porsha got the counterfeit. Shamea got the real deal. And Porsha is jealous of her. It's not about loyalty. It's not about her having your back. It's not about her being there for you. It's about the fact that you really thought you was going to come on there and Shamea has outshined you. And if Porsha was mad before, she really mad now because the breakout star right now is Shamea. Nobody's really talking about Porsha. Not like that. Not like that. They ain't really talking about Porsha like that, baby. They talking about Shamea. Everything is about Shamea. And the stuff that they are saying about Porsha isn't very favorable, at least not for what I've read. Miss Cookie Ray said we were both citizens, and when we got married, we had to show identification. Yeah, but I think you have to show I think you have to prove your immigration status when you get married. I believe. She probably not legally married. She pulled the Yandy. Well, they had 2 ceremonies. They had one here and one in Africa. I don't know. I mean, they might. I don't know. I think if they weren't legally married, they wouldn't be going through all that they're going through. I think that would have came out already. I don't think Porsha's getting a bad edit. I think this is who Porsha is. I think this is what I don't think it's editing. I mean, it could be because, you know, we know production they do what they do, but I don't think this is editing. I'm intrigued to see Porsha and Shamea fall out. It'll be interesting to see it play out. Because, like, the situation with the birthday party, like, that was real. Like, that wasn't editing. Like, Porsha really did show up 3 hours late. Like, that really happened. So I don't think that's editing. The situation with Dennis, we caught her on a hot mic. We heard her on a hot mic. That's not editing. Like, she said it, you know? So I don't know how much of that is actually editing versus this is what Porsha is presenting. But I'll wait. I mean, we only 2 episodes in. I'm going to give it a few more episodes and see where we go on the back end. Taya said, I didn't want to believe it. I really didn't want to see them fall out. I'm going to be honest. I never really felt like Porsha and Shamea were real friends. When I say real friends, I mean, I never felt like it was an equally yoked friendship. And I'm not talking about material things. I just always felt like Shamea had Porsha's back more than Porsha had her back. Like, I just always felt like Shamea was just from stuff we saw throughout the years as her being on the show and filming. Remember, Porsha didn't even go to Shamea's wedding, talking about something she was, what did she say? She was sick or she had problems flying that far, some bullshit. That's supposed to be your best friend in the whole world and you don't go to her wedding? Yeah. Shamea was always a better friend of Porsha. I think so. If Simon did not tell Porsha the exact truth about his status of citizenship, he can get around not doing a proper paperwork when they got married, which is probably why he got caught up. Maybe, Cali girl. Nay said definitely one-sided. I never saw Porsha have Shamea's back. She said she had problems flying, but has no problem. Right, she been flying all over the world with Simon. They've been in Paris and Dubai and Costa Rica and Africa. And child, you ain't had no problem flying around with Simon's ass. I think Porsha was supposed to be in the wedding, but she didn't come. I think Porsha was supposed to be in the wedding. Remember, Candy was in the wedding, Porsha was in the wedding, and somebody else. like that we know in Atlanta was in Shamea's wedding. I don't remember who. Maybe Monica. I don't remember. But what's Shamea? Hold on. I think Monica was in Shamea's wedding, but I could be wrong, child. Don't. Okay, Teresa. Okay, I see your message. Right, and she told her at the last minute she wasn't coming. Tiny was in Shamea's. Yeah, Tiny. Yeah, Shamea had a bunch of people in her wedding, and Porsha was supposed to be in her wedding. She was supposed to be in her wedding. Sure. All right, y'all. It's 257 of y'all in this room. If y'all are new here, if you can please hit that subscribe button, it would be much, much appreciated. And if you haven't already done so, hit the like button, y'all. It's free 99. Both of those things are free 99. I ain't asking nobody for no money. However, if you choose to donate to the platform, you can go ahead and hit the Cash App, or you can send a super chat. However you choose to do it, but y'all know donations are not required, but they are appreciated. Okay. But the free 99 is the like button and the subscribe. That's free. That's free. But let's talk about let's get out of Bravo world for a second and let's head on over to LA where what's his name? Big D was indicted. Okay. Former LA Crip leader turned gang interventionist ran a mafia-like enterprise allegedly. And he's turned Big U, not Big D. Lord, I call that man Big D. Big U. Now let's read through. I'm not reading the lawsuit. We're just gonna read this article out of the LA Times, okay? And this is from yesterday. He's turned himself in now, but this was yesterday. Eugene Big U Henley is a well-known figure in the hip-hop world. He has been called rap's godfather by Wiz Khalifa. Federal authorities are now accusing Henley of murdering a young rapper in Las Vegas, among a variety of other crimes. Eugene Big U Henley, a Crips leader who helped launch Nipsey Hussle's career and was dubbed rap's godfather, has been accused of unaliving, kidnapping, robbery, extortion, and fraud, federal authorities announced on Wednesday. As part of Henley's purported grip on Los Angeles, his alleged victims were required to check in with Henley before arriving in the city in order to obtain protection, according to the 107-page federal complaint unveiled Wednesday. Among those Henley allegedly extorted from were professional athletes and musicians. The complaint said those business interests were not always legitimate. Federal authorities liken Henley's Big U enterprise to a mafia-like organization that relied on his stature and long-standing association with the Rolling 60s and other gangs to intimidate businesses and individuals in LA. Authorities at a Wednesday morning news conference said Henley was a fugitive, but in the afternoon said he had turned himself in. More than a dozen others are in custody, tied to the sprawling criminal case. Henley has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of murder, theft, a liar, a cheat, and criminals that enabled him. The arrests were part of an effort to make our community safer and rid our streets of these criminal street gangs, including ones operated by violent felons like Mr. Henley, a widely known leader within the Rolling 60s. That's coming from Joseph McNally, the U.S. attorney. Henley's attorney did not respond to requests for comment. Before turning himself in, Henley made videos denying the accusations against him, saying, and I quote, Henley said, and I quote, "I ain't did nothing." You probably should just use your right to remain silent. He said, "I ain't been nothing but a help to our community. This is the price of being Black and trying to help somebody, trying to help your community and do what you can. You just guilty because somebody else don't like you." I'm going to put a pin in that. Sir, you think that the federal government put together a 107-page indictment because they don't like you? Y'all, this damn camera. Sir, let me finish reading the article. Following a years-long FBI investigation, let me turn the camera off while it's blurry till I can figure out this blurry situation because I'm reading the article on another screen. Hold on. Let me turn the camera off. Following a years-long FBI investigation, federal authorities have accused Henley of kidnapping and fatally shooting a young rapper in the face and leaving his body in the Las Vegas desert over perceived disrespect and directing the robbery of an unlicensed LA marijuana dispensary that has stopped making extortion payments. I'm sorry. If it was an unlicensed marijuana dispensary, ain't that just a pretty word for a drug den? Like, if it's not licensed and it's selling marijuana, then it's illegally selling it. Y'all be trying to make it sound pretty, unlicensed marijuana dispensary. Anyway, Henley also allegedly defrauded companies, donors, athletes, and celebrities, including NBA star Draymond Green, Shaquille O'Neal, and persuaded them to donate to his charities and later allegedly transferring the money to his personal bank accounts. So y'all do know that if they mentioning Shaquille O'Neal and Draymond Green, y'all know what that means, right? Oh, okay. Authorities have also accused Henley of fraudulently obtaining funding from the Gang Reduction and Youth Development Program overseen by the LA Mayor's Office. The nonprofit was allotted $2.35 million from the city in July of 2018 to June 30th of 2023, according to the complaint. Henley's organization is one of more than 20 involved in the GYRD, according to the city. In the statement, DeMarcus Fennell, Mayor Karen Bass's press secretary, said the city has zero tolerance for malfeasance and over the last 2 years increased oversight on the GYRD program. The city has strict oversight in place. However, the complaint alleges a sophisticated effort to thwart oversight for many avenues of funding, including the city. The statement said this alleged act does not reflect the work of the GRYD program overall, which has helped lead to dramatic decrease in gang-related violence citywide 2 years in a row. Henley previously served 13 years in prison after trying to rob an undercover sheriff deputy of 33 pounds of cocaine. His son is a linebacker for the Los Angeles Chargers. Lord have mercy. Henley is alleged right-hand man Sylvester Robinson, a trusted lieutenant Mark Martin, are accused of violating the racketeering influence and corrupt organization. RICO. Federal authorities have also charged Tremaine Williams, a.k.a. Loose Cannon, with robbery, Armani, a.k.a. Manny, with transporting an individual to engage in prostitution, and Frederick Blanton Jr. and Tiffany Hines with bank fraud. All are in custody, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office in L.A. Authorities announced Wednesday. Okay. In the affidavit filed with the criminal complaint, Andrew Rosa, a special agent with the FBI, said members and associates of Big U Enterprise used Henley as the group's history and reputation to control Los Angeles through violence, fear, and intimidation. Henley simultaneously attempted to create an air of legitimacy for the Big U Enterprise by promoting himself as a reformed gang member focused on bettering his community. Chill. I should have done this as a separate live because, baby, this article is long. Child, hold on. Loose cannon, not loose cannon. Well, yeah, loose cannon. That's how you pronounce it, though, right? Luce? Hey, what's up? Another round. I don't want nobody else to get blamed, but that's how you pronounce it though, right? Loose cannon, L. But that is how it's spelled, Luce. All right, let's read about the Las Vegas unaliving. This is a good article. This article long though. I should have done this as a separate live, but we here. We're gonna finish it up. 5 days before the unaliving in January 2021, Rayshawn Williams recorded a diss song. In his affidavit, Rosa said he believed Williams' diss song was about Henley, whose independent record label, Unique Music, was representing the 21-year-old rapper. It's unclear whether Henley had heard the diss lyrics prior to the killing, according to the complaint. In the diss song, Williams referred to Henley as the bro that makes some money. Rosa wrote Williams rap that himself might get shot in the face for thinking shit funny. He mentioned a .38 revolver with no trace. Las Vegas police found Williams' body in a ditch near a landfill on January the 25th. He had been shot in the face with a revolver that left no shell casings. Wow, okay. Williams is identified only by his initials in the complaint, but the Times was able to confirm his name through Las Vegas news reports and social media posts. Unique Music paid to fly Williams from California to Las Vegas in January of 2021 and put him in an Airbnb, according to the complaint. His family said that Henley had coached the young rapper in football since he was young. Williams was supposed to spend a week at a recording studio and record a song a day, but he missed some days. When Williams didn't show up to the studio on January the 23rd, investigators said Henley and Robinson drove from LA to Las Vegas to confront him. A friend of Williams, identified only as CA, recounted that Henley arrived at the Airbnb around 2 a.m. on January the 24th. I believe that RW wasting the time, therefore disparaging Henley's name in the Big U enterprise reputation and potentially flouting that disrespect with the lyrics of the diss song led to the dispute. Henley arrived at the studio around 7 p.m. Williams arrived a couple of hours later and recorded until midnight. Witnesses told authorities about 12:30 a.m. Henley left the studio. The dark gray Lexus that he and Robinson had driven to the studio was no longer there. Shortly before 1 a.m., Rosa wrote Henley's phone stopped reporting location data, and it didn't start again until about 2:15 a.m. Well, that's a quick way for the police to think you was doing something, turn your phone off. Anyway, surveillance video at the Airbnb where Williams was staying captured a dark gray or silver sedan arriving about 1:30 a.m. According to the complaint, Williams got out of the passenger side of the car, went inside, and returned for a few minutes later with his suitcase, despite the fact that the Airbnb was rented for another day and he was not set to leave on a flight until the next day. Around 3 a.m., a witness said Henley returned to the studio alone. The witness said Henley appeared to be drenched in either sweat or water. Henley told the witness he was coming back from the gym, according to the complaint. Hours later, on January the 25th, around 9 a.m., Williams' body was found in a ditch. He had died of gunshot wounds. Authorities compared DNA collected from Williams' body to Henley's DNA profile. The result was inconclusive, but Henley could not be excluded as a suspect. According to the complaint, after the homicide, Henley arranged for recording equipment from the studio to be moved and surveillance video to be destroyed. Rosa wrote that he believed that the video would have shown an altercation between Henley and Williams the night of the killing, and at minimum, Henley and RW leaving the studio together before his unaliving. Okay. And then it goes on to give you a history of Henley, original gangster, admitted member of the original gangster or OG of the Rolling 60s, and someone widely regarded as a leader within the gang. Okay. It just gives you the history of who he is. I'm going to do a separate live, y'all, because this is a really good article, but it's really, really long. We'll read the rest of this because we'll get the update because y'all know WAC 100 got something to say. So I'm going to leave that there. But I put this up on the screen because Janae said there was a documentary that was done. It came out during the pandemic. I remember watching it during the pandemic, and it highlighted a lot of these. Let me turn my screen back it highlighted a lot of these. It's still blurry, damn it. Rappers like that, you know, it had the Deb. That's when I learned about Deb Apney's story. It had Haitian Jack and his connection to Tupac. And this guy was one of the people that they highlighted. If I remember correctly, it was him and his brother. And I think his brother was killed. And then he went to jail and when he got out. But they definitely talked about his connection to Corrupt, Death Row Records, Nipsey Hussle. He actually helped Nipsey Hussle get on one. And so it is definitely interesting. Yeah, the big loot. Yeah, maybe I'll pull the, well, you know, them LA cases are hard to pull, but we might try to pull the actual case because y'all know it may give more detail. We'll read through it. But if not, that article is a really good article. That was a really good article. So we may do a separate live this weekend. And because he has turned himself in now. And Whack 100 actually has some things to say as well. So see, Tracy, you are diabolical and you really scare me a little bit. Tracy said that's why I randomly turn my phone off and on. I can't do this with her. Moving right along, y'all. Let's get ready to get out of here. We've been here for 1 hour and 37 minutes. Really be, I know one of the females that got arrested. I used to buy food from her food truck and she's 5 months pregnant. Oh, Sharice, for real? Maybe I'll drop the link if you, I mean, I don't know if you want to come up or not, but maybe I'll open up the panel when we talk about it, child. See what the people got to say. But I do remember that documentary. I'm sure there's some footage on YouTube that maybe we could look at. There's some footage. I'm sure there's some footage of putting that document. I can't remember the name of it. But I do remember him being, and I think we've talked about that documentary before. I didn't review it. I didn't review the documentary, but we've talked about some of the things on the documentary. And it came out during the pandemic. I remember that. But it has Benny and Deb Atney and all of that. So that's when I had actually gained a lot of respect for Deb Atney, but her being a Trump supporter, I took it all back. Sorry. Not sorry. All right, y'all, let me get out of here. Really, Sharice? Oh, yeah, we're going to have to do some deep. We're going to have to dig a little deeper. We got to dig a little deeper. All right, y'all. Thank you for the super chat. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for any support. Let me check and see if I got a cash app before I get out of here so I can thank you before I get out of here. Nope, not today. So thank you, everybody. Again, if you want more information on the cruise or on Books and Bourbon, excuse me, send me a message on Instagram and I can forward you that information, or you could leave me a message, a voice note on Instagram, and I can answer any questions you might have. Remember, if you came in late, we have 9 rooms already booked and confirmed on the cruise. So y'all, we had to add more rooms, honey. We had to add more rooms. So listen, we about to have a good time. And I have confirmed, I talked to Spiller Boy TV. He's going to do the t-shirts for us. So we'll put a design together. And when we have the t-shirts, which won't be, we're not going to worry about the t-shirts for a couple of months, but probably start looking for the t-shirts in like June, probably about June. Yeah. Nay says she heard the same thing. Oh, we're going to talk about that. All right. Maybe sometime this weekend we'll get into Big U, y'all. Because that's a really good article. Let me say that article, because that article is a really good article. Like, it's really detailed, but it's a look. We'd be here another 30 minutes if I went through the whole article. And I ain't got it in me tonight. I haven't eaten dinner or anything. So I don't have another 30 minutes. I love y'all, though. You want to, but that's your birthday weekend? Yeah. Well, we're gonna be on Whiskey Row getting drunk, but I know you probably gonna be in the Caribbean somewhere. You like your auntie. You like to go on nice trips for your birthday, honey. All right, you guys. I'm about to get out of here. I'll talk to y'all later. Mwah. Peace.